welcome back to another game of Play Action Football Express. My name is Brian Happerkamp. I'm the co-collaborator and designer on this game with Jason Graham of the @JasonFlashFootball YouTube channel. Be sure you go check out his channel. We are continuing our 2050, our 10th anniversary season of the WCFL, the West Coast Football League. In this game, we're going to have the Phoenix Firebirds and the Las Vegas Gamblers. Phoenix is a 0 on offense, 0 on defense. Las Vegas a 1 on offense and a 0 on defense. Both teams are pass heavy. Phoenix is one of our expansion teams, so Denver, the other team, came in a couple of seasons prior. So not a ton of time this morning, so let's go ahead and get into this one, and we will continue forward. This is the last game, game number 4 of week number 2. We have a 2-division setup. So we have a North and a South division. Each team plays 6 games. So you can see the North division here, the South here. This represents one season. Phoenix is 1-0. Las Vegas 1-0 as Phoenix beat LA. Las Vegas beat San Diego in week 1. San Diego won in week 2, 28-16 over LA. So they're now 1-1. And this game, somebody's got to go home with a loss. Denver is 2-0. Seattle is 1-1 after after 2 weeks in the Northern Division. So you can go check out those games. They are the previous games here on the channel. We'll do the green die is the home team. This is for the coin toss. The away team wins. Phoenix will take the ball first. That means they're going to get the ball with the final drive. So they want that advantage. So Las Vegas will get the ball coming out of the half. I keep a very basic score sheet just over to the side. You can see here just the scores here at the top by quarter. I keep a basic outline of what happens on each of the drives. And then down here, I've been keeping sacks and tackles for loss. Just as special plays, interceptions are sort of built into the narrative play. You know, I find out who threw the interception or who picked it off. And I put that into sort of the play action at the top. All right. So we get a kickoff. Phoenix is going to get the ball first. So this will be a kickoff from Las Vegas. And the way we do kickoffs, we're looking at the D12 number here down at the bottom left. You can see here. My new card should be coming in this week. This will be the final set. Actually, it's going to have on the back, it's going to look like this, but I went ahead at the last minute before I released everything yesterday and changed this to not the yellow. I changed it to a different card, but it has all 3. It's an actual view of the cards that are going to be inside. So the one that comes to me is still just going to have the 2 numbers, but the cards you'll get have all 3. So we got a kickoff. 4 is going to be a touchback out to the 25. That's 1st and 10 for the Phoenix Firebirds. The Firebirds are going to be looking at the red. So 1st down and 10. Neither team has any defensive modifiers, so defense is just going to be what it is. Vegas has a +1 on offense, but Phoenix doesn't have any sort of yardage modifiers here. So a run is going to be for 0 yards as they get stopped. 2nd and 10. We have a penalty. There's a run of 7 yards. Let's see what the penalty is. Penalty is an 8. 8 is going to be on the offense, 15 yards. And so we're going to push them back 10, 15. That'll put them all the way back to the 10. So it's going to be 2nd down and what is that? 15. No, 25. 2nd and 25. They have to get to the 35. So 2nd and 25, they run for 6, and the ball is on the ground. That's going to be picked up by the offense, and the return is 12 more yards. So that's actually a pretty healthy gain for them. It's going to wind up being 3rd and 8, as the fumble was actually helpful. We get a pass here for 15, so they come all the way back. They take it out to the 42, and that's going to be 1st and 10 for the Phoenix Firebirds. Here's a run for 1 on offense, 2nd down and 9. And a run for 10 is going to get them past the sticks. 1st and 10 from the other side of the field. First incomplete pass of the day as they set up for 2nd and 10. Short pass, just 4 yards down to the 43, brings up 3rd down and 6. Oh, clutch. 11 yards out to the 32 for a 1st down. And Phoenix on their first drive looking good. We've got a run for 2 more yards. Reps spot the ball at the 30. It is 2nd and 8. On 2nd down, they are not able to connect on the pass, so that's going to lead to 3rd and 8. Oh, 2 incompletions in a row sets up a 4th down. 4th and 8 from the 30. This is a 47-yard field goal. Phoenix is 1-70, so they're a 5-12 on the card flip. They're going to go for the field goal, so this will be 47-yard field goal. And they need a 5-12. It's a 2, and they're going to miss. So Phoenix comes away with nothing after their first drive. Las Vegas is going to take over at the 37, where they spot the hold. And Vegas also runs the pass-heavy offense, so they're going to be looking at the red as well. But on the first play of the game, they get sacked for 7 yards. That takes them all the way back to the 30. It's going to lead to a 2nd down and 17. The sack comes from Williamson. Williamson is outside linebacker. He's a veteran outside backer for Phoenix. So Phoenix, LA, Williamson. So Williamson with the play, and it is 2nd and 17. Wow, big time run. So 1st down means they get all the way to the 1st down marker. And on a play like this, that's a 17-yard run. We're also going to give them the +1 for offense. So that's going to get them 1 more yard. And they are all the way out to midfield. So 1st and 10 from their own 48. There's a run for 3 yards. That gets them across midfield and into enemy territory. Should have moved that. But we've got 2nd down and 7. Another run gets them 2 yards. So we have the 1 plus their 1 on offense gets them 2 yards, and that sets up a 3rd and 5. Another run, 9 yards, and that will set it down to the 38. So Las Vegas moving the ball well as well. This is a pass for 19 plus their 1 is a 20-yard gain. So 10-20 down to the 18 as they enter the red zone. Another good pass, 16 becomes 17. They're at the 18, and that'll put them down at the 1-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Let's see if they can punch it in. They try to throw a little pass, get a little bit too cute. That's incomplete. Here's going to be a run for no yards as they get stuffed trying to do a quarterback sneak up the middle. And 3rd down is an incompletion as they tried to throw a little out route to the flat. It's off the running back's fingertips. And they've got a choice to make. They're going to go for it. The defense has a 0, so they can't really do anything to stop them. So 4th and 1, or 4th and goal from the 1. And they get a run for 6 yards. That's going to be enough for a touchdown. So a 1-yard plunge from Chambers. Chambers is their running back. 1-yard TD run for Chambers as they give it to the big man who crosses the line for the touchdown. The Gamblers are 100% on their extra points, and they take a 7-0 lead over Phoenix. All right, the kickoff. Kickoff is an 11. That'll be down to the 6. Get everything set. And the return is a 6. That is 21 yards. So that will be out to the 27. So 1st and 10 for Phoenix from the 27. Oh, we have a penalty on 1st down. The pass is incomplete. The penalty is a 1. That's going to be on the offense. They're going to push them back here. So they're going to push them back. It'll be 1st and 20. So the defense has an option there to take the penalty or the play. Offense, this is going to be a pass for 5 yards out to 22. Brings up 2nd down and 15. Oh, big time, a sack. So that'll be for -3 yards. So 1, 2, 3. That sets them back to the 19. And that sack comes from Schaefer. Schaefer is their veteran all-pro defensive tackle. So Las Vegas. And I want to say Schaefer had 1 or 2 sacks in the first game as well. So he is living up to the hype. So a sack for -3 sets them up for 10, 18 yards. So 3rd and 18. And they're just going to be conservative, run the ball, just get what they can, and set up a punt. 11 on the punt is a good one. That's 53 yards. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, and 3 down to the 26. A boomer. The return is a 12. This is a big return. 18 with a chance for breakaway yardage. 5 is 20 breakaway yards. So 18 plus 20 is 38 on the return. So we say 10, 20, 30. 40, 39, 38. So they'll bring it all the way back to the 36. So terrific. Long punt, outkicked his coverage, and an excellent return by the Las Vegas punt returner. So Vegas takes over 1st and 10 from their own, or from the enemy 36. This is the 4th drive. So this is the last drive of the first quarter. And we get a potential for a touchdown here, pass for 11 yards. Is there any breakaway yardage? There is 20 more yards of breakaway yardage. So 20 plus 11 is 31. They're at the 36. So that's going to set them down at the 5, as good tackle there by Phoenix keeps them from getting into the end zone. But that is a big play. 31 yards on the pitch and catch from Stein, their 1-rated quarterback. Vegas has been one of the most successful teams in the league for the first 10 years. So no surprise here that they're playing well. They won their first game 28-17. It was a pretty close game. I think they scored at the end to put it away. So we get a run on 1st and goal from the 5, and that run is going to be for 4 yards. That'll take it down to the 1. And we have a run for 2 yards plus a fumble. They only need 1 yard, so the fumble happens in the end zone. So that's going to be a touchdown run of 2 yards, or 1 yard, sorry. A 1 yard TD run that comes from Chambers again, as he goes in for his 2nd rushing touchdown, which is quite ironic since they are a pass-heavy team. But they're going to leave 14-0. That's going to end the first quarter, and we head to the second quarter with Phoenix getting the ball in the second. Let me take a quick commercial break, and we will come back with the second quarter. All right, back with second quarter action. We get a kickoff from the Gamblers. That's going to be a 6. A 6 on the kickoff is down to the goal line, and the return is a 9. 9 is 27 yards, so good field position out to the 27. Nice return sets up Phoenix with a 1st and 10 from their own 27. We're going to get a pass on 1st down. That's going to be good for 8 out to the 35. That brings up 2nd down and 2. We get a penalty on the play. Let's see what the penalty is. The penalty is on the offense. They're going to push him back. That's going to make it 2nd and 12, as the offense having a hard time, sputtering just a little bit. Here's a 5. That's going to be out to the 30. Brings up 3rd down and 7 for the Phoenix Firebirds. Phoenix and Molina can't hit on the pass as he tries to get it to Gonzalez, his Pro Bowl wide receiver, but he can't get it to him. And that's going to bring up 4th down. That's going to be another punt for Phoenix as they kick it 39 yards. 10, 20, 30, 40, 39, down to the 31. And the return is a 3. That's going to be a fair catch. So 39 yards, high arcing punt, and the kicking team gets down there and causes the fair catch. So that's going to be a punt for Phoenix, and Las Vegas takes over first drive of the second quarter. They're up 14-0, and it is 1st and 10 for the Gamblers. Here is a pass. That's going to be for 13 yards, 10, 11, 12, 13 out to the 44. Just like that, they're almost to midfield. Here's a big-time sack. That's going to be -3. Now, when it's the offense up here and this sack card here, I tend to give them the offensive number. So -3 plus 1 is just a -2. So I kind of give them credit for being a better offense. The sack for Phoenix is going to come from Williamson. That's his second sack of the day. And that makes it second down and 10, 11, 12. Second and 12. All right, we get a run for 8 yards, potential for a breakaway here. That's what the plus sign means. 2 means no breakaway yardage. So we're going to get an 8-yard run. That puts the ball at the 50, brings up third down and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, on third down, pass is incomplete. So we're going to get a kick, a punt. Let's go ahead and do a regular punt here from the 50. A 12 is going to be 59 yards, and that's a little bit too hard out of the end zone. So that's going to set Phoenix up at the 20, first and 10, as that is a touchback. All right, for Phoenix, this is their last drive of the half. They're down 14-0. Let's see if they can get back into this game. That's going to help out, get a defensive penalty. They'll take that. Actually, let's continue running the play. See what they get. They get a run for 2 yards. That's not going to do anything. They're going to take the penalty instead. So first and 5. And this will be 2 more yards on first down. Brings up second down and 3. Oh, no, a sack again as they go back 5 yards. Who is the sacker? The sacker is Schaefer with his second sack of the game. Again, he is an all-pro defensive tackle, interior lineman. That's going to set them up for third down and 8. Ooh, nice looking pass as they get past the sticks for 10. That's going to be first down and 10 now from the 32. First down pass is incomplete, brings up second and 10. And chance for a big time pitch and catch here as he's got one man to beat. And he's going to beat him as that's 50 yards plus the 11, 61 yards as he breaks free from one tackle, gets down the sideline, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and 1. And he'll get pushed out at the 7 as the cornerback on the other side of the field takes a good angle and pushes him out of bounds as he began to run out of steam there. 61 yards on the play, though, gets Phoenix all the way down to the 7, so first and goal, not that pal. First and goal from the 7. This is going to be a pass for 6. That'll get them down to the 1. Brings up second and goal from the 1, and a run for 4 yards will pound it into the end zone. So nice response there from Phoenix. So a TD pass. Sorry, that's a touchdown run of 1 yard. It was set up by a big pass, 61 yards. And that will be Dorsey, who is their rookie running back. So the extra point is good for Phoenix, and Phoenix gets right back into this one. They're down by a touchdown, 14-7, as we approach halftime. We'll have the kickoff from Phoenix to Vegas, and this will be the last drive of the first half. Kickoff is a 7. That's down to the 1 yard line. The return is going to be 10 yards, and the ball is on the ground. It's picked up by the defense, and let's see if the defense runs it in. 8, 12 yards. They're at the 11, and that is going to be a kickoff return. Fumble. Wow, that's a game changer. So a kick return, fumble, return for TD. And so let's see who causes the fumble. We'll give it to, who could we give that to? Let's give it to one of the linebackers. He's probably a gunner. We'll give it to Abbott. How about that? We'll say Abbott with the forced fumble. And we'll call it Thompson, the free safety or the strong safety is there to pick it up. Thompson with the fumble recovery. for TD. Wow. That was clutch. So it's now 14-14 after that little play. And Vegas is going to get the ball back, but boy, they are really going to have to put it together in the locker room, as that's a huge kick to the gut. So let's take a break, and we will come back with the second half. All right, and the band is off the field, and we are ready for the second half. It will be Las Vegas Gamblers football as they find themselves in a dogfight, 14-14. Here's the kickoff. The kickoff is down to the 4 and returned by Vegas. Pretty good one, 23 yards. So that's going to be out to the 27. So good to average field position for the Gamblers on first down. Oh, man, they start with a sack as who gets to them? It's going to be Burke who gets to them from the Phoenix defense. 3 sacks now in the game for Phoenix. They go back to the 22, so that's a pretty second down and 15. And they're going to get 5 more yards tacked on. So it's now second down and 20 as they go back 5. And this is not the start that the coach had hoped for. We do get a pass for 14 yards here. So 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That sets them up at least with third and manageable. Third down and 6. And that's going to be an incomplete pass. Good defense by Phoenix as they force a punt right out of the gate. The punt is going to be 45 yards, 10, 20, 30, 40, and 5. The return is 6, and 6 is 3 yards on the return. So out to the 27, a modest return. And that is where Phoenix will take over first and 10. So Vegas, with a fumble before the half, they get a punt out of the half, and that's going to set Phoenix up very well. Phoenix with 14 unanswered points at this point. They got a 1-yard touchdown run from Dorsey, and then they turned around on the kick return, caused a fumble at the 11, ran it back 12 yards for the touchdown, and that is how they got their scoring. So first and 10 for the Firebirds, who have one of the coolest logos. You could see that or not. See the Firebirds logo. These are going to be changing up just a little bit, so I went with a different style because we had to create new logos for the Surf and for the Mongers, so everybody's going to get a little bit of a updated logo. First and 10, this will be a pass for 10 yards, so that gives them a first down. First and 10 now from the 37. Here's a run for 1 yard, sets up second down and 9. Incomplete pass on second down and 9, brings up third and 9. And 2 incompletions in a row. That's going to lead to a punt. The punt is a 10. That's going to be 49 yards on the kick. 10, 20, 30, 40, and 9 down to the 13. See about the return. The return is going to be no yards. In fact, it's going to be muffed and picked up by the defense. Oh my gosh, another special teams fumble. You can't advance a muff. And so that's going to be first and 10 for Phoenix at the 13 as we get a punt. And for Vegas, it's going to be a punt return fumble. And we're going to give that to, we'll give it to Myers. Hard to dish out things on the special teams, but we're doing it anyway. Phoenix, first and 10. This will be the last drive of the third quarter. We get a defensive sack right off the bat. So defenses, both of them came out playing. Here, this is going to be Willis. Willis is their all-pro rookie outside linebacker. He had an amazing game in the first game for Vegas. So Willis with the sack for 7 yards. Back to the 20, brings up second down and 17. Here's a 2-yard run to the 18 is where they're going to set up for third down. Third down and 15. They get most of it back, but not all of it. So that's going to get them down to the 7 with an 11-yard gain. They're going to have to try for a field goal here. So 24 yards on the field goal. And they are an 85%. So that means anything 3 to 12 is going to be good for them. It's an 11 and that is up and good from 24 yards, sorry. As they break the dry spell here in the third, Phoenix takes a 17-14 lead. That'll end the third quarter. Las Vegas is going to get the ball first in the fourth, so let's go ahead and get set up all for that, and we'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to the fourth quarter. We have a tight one here, 17-14, Phoenix over Las Vegas. Both of these teams are 1-0 coming into this game, so somebody's got to go home with a loss, and somebody's going to be 2-0. Las Vegas gets the ball. They get 2 drives here in the fourth, and Phoenix gets 2 drives, as long as it's regulation. We get a 9 on the kickoff. That's down to the 3-yard line, and the return is a good one. That's 30 yards on the return out to the 33. So excellent field position for Las Vegas as Stein, their all-everything quarterback, gets ready. He's going to get a free play here as the defense jumps off sides, and that pass is going to go for 20 yards. They're definitely going to take the play and not the penalty. So 10-20 yards puts it out to the 47 of the opponent, the Firebirds. Oh no, that's what they couldn't do, is throw a pick. And Stein throws the interception. This one is 3 yards down the field. As he tries to go to his tight end over the middle, it gets jumped. And it will be at the 44 is where the interception happens. The return is going to be just 3 yards. So that gets them back to the original line of scrimmage. And it will be 1st and 10 for Phoenix from their own 47. Huge, huge turnover as we get an INT. And that comes from Thompson. Thompson having a good day. So Thompson with a 3-yard return. And it will be Phoenix with the ball. 1st and 10 for the Firebirds. That pesky interception is out of the way, so that's going to be something they don't have to really deal with. A 9 is going to be out to the 45 of the opponent, and 1st and 10 from there. 2nd down play, or 2nd down and 10. 2nd down and 2 is incomplete. Sorry. Brings up 3rd and 2. And that's exactly what they get. They get 2 yards for the 1st down, and that's all they needed. 1st and 10 from the Vegas 43. Another run as they keep it on the ground. 2nd down and 8. This time it's going to be a big run out to the 1st down marker, and that's what they need for a 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 33. Oh, another big time sack from Vegas. Who is it this time? It is Brown, and what can Brown do for you? He can give me a sack. So that will be 4 sacks on the day. It's minus 3 yards. So back to the 36, brings up 2nd down and 13. It's a nice pass for 7, and that will go to the 29. So that brings up 3rd down and 6. Oh, it's incomplete. They're going to have to try another field goal. This one is from 36, 46 yards. They are a 70%. So 5 to 12 is what they're looking at for the field goal. It's a 3. They miss another one from 46 yards. 46-yard field goal is missed, and that leaves the door open for Vegas. Vegas with 1 drive left. Let's see what they can do. We're going to set this back to the 36. And it'll be 1st and 10 for the Gamblers. Can they come back in this one? They start with an incomplete pass. This will be a pass for 6 yards. So out to the 42. Brings up 3rd down and 4. They're definitely in 4-down territory, but they're not going to need it here. As they get a 9-yard completion, that will set them just across midfield at the opponent 49. Another big pass, 13 yards, 10, 11, 12, 13, down to the 36. And Stein's got it working. He's got that interception in the back of his head, but fighting to keep it away as they are gaining positive yards on every play. That's 4 yards and brings up 2nd down and 6. Here's a pass for 16, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is down to the 16. And that'll be 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. Vegas threatening, but we get a flag on the play. This will be a run for 7 yards, but we have a flag. post play. It's a defensive pass interference on a run. That doesn't mean anything. So they pick up the hanky. That's a 7-yard run down to the 9-yard line. Brings up 2nd down and 3 for Las Vegas. We get an incompletion, and it will be 3rd and 3. Oh, that's a big time run there at the 9. It's a run for 10, and that's going to be a 9-yard touchdown run for the Vegas Gamblers as they take the lead momentarily. So that touchdown run comes from Stein, who is flush from the pocket, and he takes off, winds up finding a little seam up the middle, and Stein takes it in for a 9-yard touchdown run. That'll be 7 points. It's now 21-17. Vegas on top of Phoenix. So, which means Phoenix has to score a touchdown in order to win the game. A field goal is just not going to do. So a lot of pressure here on Molina. Molina, an average quarterback. They have really just an average offense, only a handful of 1-rated players here. And let's see if they can come back against this Gamblers defense. The kickoff is going to be a 1. 1 is going to be a touchback, so they're going to force them to go the long way. And they've got 75 yards to pay dirt. Can they do it? Phoenix sets up for 1st down. Oh, they try to surprise them with a run play. That's going to be a run for -1. Sets up 2nd down and 11. I like to do tackles for loss. That's Schaefer again, of course. So tackles for loss. Schaefer, the all-everything defensive tackle for Las Vegas. And that brings up 2nd down and 11. Here's a good pass for 8 as 10, 9, 8 takes out to the 32-yard line. This will be 4-down territory. They're going to need it too. 5 yards back. That's when you can't have a penalty, so that's a killer. It's 3rd down and 8. 3rd down and 8. Oh, they get a chance. The pass is caught. He's got one man to beat. Can he do it? Breakaway yards. So 11 yards is going to get us to the 1st down, but they could have a lot more, and they do 50 yards. 50 plus 11 is 61. So we get 10, 11 plus 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 is all the way down to the 12-yard line. And it'll be 1st and 10 from the 12. As he shakes and bakes, gets past one man, and he bursts down the sideline. Gets pushed out at the 12, and it will be 1st and 10 from the 12. A touchdown wins it for Phoenix, who is on the road. Defense bows up. That's going to be a gain of no yards on the run. Here's another run, very conservative, as they need a touchdown, and that's going to set up 2nd down and 7, or 3rd down and 7. 4-down territory here, but they're not going to need it as they bow up and they get a pass for 13 yards. That's going to be a touchdown as Molina leads the game-winning drive. He gets it to his 1-rated Pro Bowl wide receiver Gonzalez, and that's the place where you want to be. This is a 9-yard TD pass. Molina to Gonzalez, and that is a good connection. The extra point is going to be good, and that is a game-winning drive. That's why they took the ball first, so they could have the last drive. It's 24-21. That is a winner for Phoenix. Terrific game. Phoenix goes to 2-0. Vegas goes to 1-1, and that looks like we might be having a premier rematch there at some point. So that ends week 2 of our West Coast Football League. And at this point, Denver and Phoenix are 2-0 as Phoenix wins on a last-minute game-winning drive. And who else? So just Denver and Phoenix are 2-0. Seattle 1-1, San Diego 1-1. Vegas 1-1, and everybody else is winless. I'll be showing off the new logos at some point. I've got those in the works, and you can go and purchase this game right now. I will put the link in the description to the Game Crafter where you can purchase the most recent and sort of final release of the FAC deck. Mine should be coming very soon, so I have to order a proof copy. So I'll order my proof copy, and that should be coming either today, tomorrow, the next day, something like that, sometime this week. And you'll be able to see them in all their glory. They'll have, really the only difference is they're going to have the 3 numbers here. So you'll have a D12, a D10, and two D10s. And the reason for that is so you can play the drive-by-drive game with just the FAC cards. So you can play a full played out game just like we did, or you can play the drive-by-drive version just with the cards. All right, and if you want to get the print and play version, you'll get a full NFL season with that. So you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, go to Shop All Games, and look in the free section. Not in the free section. Shop All Games, and you'll look at the Play Action Football Express. It's also listed under the Play Action Football category, so you'll find them there as well. But 1983 or 1976, and it's the Express package. That's where you're going to get the FACs. The FACs are the same as these, and they're the same between those two. So if you want both seasons, purchase both. If you just want the FAC cards, you can just choose one season or the other, and you'll get the FACs so you can print them, and you can either put them on good cardstock so that they'll shuffle well, or you can put them in sleeves, or however you do FAC cards. So go out and get that. That's only $10 if you want to get those. If you want to order the nice ones, it's going to take you maybe a little bit unless you expedite everything, which will probably double the cost. But you can get it there quicker. It's going to cost you about $50 or so to get it to you quickly. If you expedite, like get yourself to the front of the line on printing, and you expedite shipping, you can do that, but it's going to cost you a little bit. So if you want the cheapest option, it's going to take a few weeks for it to get printed and sent to you. So that's just kind of how the print on demand works. But they do give you the options to make it faster if you want. If you don't want to have nothing, you can purchase this and then go and purchase the print on demand cards if you really want it today, right? And you want to have both. So whatever you want to do, I want to make sure that I give you lots of options for how you want to play the game. You can download a free demo of Play Action Football if you want to try out the full game set. It's the 2023 last 4 teams in the NFL. So the AFC and NFC championship games, and then obviously you can play the Super Bowl out of that. So you can try out the game in all its glory. It doesn't have every single thing in there, like momentum cards and the head-to-head kind of things, but you can try out the solo version of the game, and then decide if you want to purchase more seasons. These FAC cards go with, this is obviously fictional, so that comes with the FACs. The fictional component comes with them. So you can create your own teams. They work with the NFL teams. They work with every single season that we've ever released for Play Action Football, and they will always work with those seasons because we're using the same basic values for offense and defense and for kicking and all that kind of stuff. So everything works together. Everything is a part of an ecosystem. And now, thanks to Jason Graham at the Jason Flash Football channel, as he created the original run-heavy offense, and then we sort of expanded it out from there. Thanks to him, this game is the most robust tabletop football game on the market that you can purchase. So I can't think of a game that's more robust in terms of your ability to play any kind of way that you want, including fictional teams. And so at this point, King of the Lab, that's where we are. So that's it's a great game. It's a great game with a lot of detail if you want to play the full game. It's a lot of quick playing if you want to play the express game. In the middle, we have the drive-by-drive. There's also a score generator that's online that you can use as well. So lots of different ways that you can play this game. You can start NFL and then continue forward fictional. You can just do season replays by buying the season sets. There's just so many different ways that you can go about doing this. And I have a lot more plans in the future for the printed seasons and things like that. So be looking for that as things come along as well. So this ends week number 2. So after week number 3, we will do the, I don't know if I have it here real quick. We'll do the mid-season rolls. So we'll see if anybody levels up or down on their offense and defense or performance. And then that can sometimes help to change the fortunes of teams in the second half, depending on, like, did they lose somebody? Have they had a lot of injuries? Did someone step up and play well? That kind of thing. So some very interesting things going on with each of these teams, and we'll see if it gets more interesting after the midseason break. All right, if you haven't subscribed, click on subscribe. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, and just be sure the game is available to you now. Go to the links down in the description, and you will find either the printed version like this, which comes, by the way, with its own little tuck box, and it's a very solid tuck box. And also, you can get the print and play version if you're ready to do that right now, and that'll be just $10, and you get a whole season. And if you purchase, after you make the purchase of the print and play, the PDFs, you're going to get an option for 20% off select play action football seasons. So you can actually choose one of the seasons that are available and take an extra $4 off of the already pretty low $20 price for that entire season. And so you can get that for any of the seasons that it says are available for a discount. It won't be every single season. It's kind of based on which 83 or 76 that you buy, but you can get a little bit off of a full season if you want to try that out as well. All right. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.